every day this month, I'm going to be reading something in celebration of Black History Month. Black History Month started in 1926. It was originally just a week called Negro History Week. And then in the 70s, President Ford made it a month. And ever since then, every president has issued a proclamation. Now, there is a question of some funding at the federal level this year, but in regards to how that there's not going to be any celebration of it, and also in the National Archives, while Martin Luther King is still on the site, there have been some things taken down at the museum because they were too controversial. For example, in the Step into History photo booth, a photo of Martin Luther King was replaced with a photo of President Nixon shaking hands with Elvis. And that in itself is ironic, especially since Elvis was highly influenced by Black music, and Little Richard said Elvis opened the door for Black music. So there's that. And of course, Nixon is a whole nother thing. Anyway, I'm happy to celebrate this month, and I think we all need to learn a little history. Doesn't matter what the archives removes. We've got enough books in the world to talk about it. So I also want to say, so what I'm reading is from this book, The People Could Fly, American Black Folktales by Virginia Hamilton. Let's talk about Virginia Hamilton, give credit for the author. She is Black. She's a Black American. Sorry, she passed in 2002, but she wrote 41 books, and she won many medals, the Newbery Medal, and her work was called, her works were celebrated for exploring the African American experience, what she called liberation literature. So I'm so happy I have this book. I just got it. And I do want to say that I will not be reading it exactly in the vernacular because it's more of a Southern vernacular, and I don't want it to appear the way I read it as fake, if that makes sense. But I do want to respect the spirit of the story and the culture. So for example, if I was from the South, I would say children, because some Southern dialects, right, say children instead of children. But that is not how I would talk. So I just want to say that I will be not changing the words, but some of the pronunciation will not be in the dialect it's written, if that makes sense, because I don't have that dialect, and it will just sound like I'm making fun. It could sound like I'm making fun of these tales. So, okay, let's get started. Hi, happy Black History Month. I'm looking forward to this. It's the Bruh Alligator and Bruh Deer story. I haven't read it, but it sounds great. So let's get into it. Long time nothing here but animal and bird and the Indian. Bruh Alligator and Bruh Deer, not any kinds of friends at all. Bruh Alligator even planned to kill Bruh Deer when he get the chance. And Bruh Deer very afraid to swim across the river. Whenever he go down to the river edge for a drink, he cock his head listening and look all around him before he do drink. Just so scared he of Bruh Alligator. By and by comes the Buckcrusts, the white owners, and then comes the black slaves, and by the Buckcrusts fetch the hounds. And then the Indian is gone, and the Buckcrusts come to hunt Bruh Deer with their eagle beagle hounds. They dogs, they beagle hounds, they so swift and they trying to get close to Bruh Deer. Only chance Bruh Deer has is to take to the water. But who is in the water? Bruh Alligator, who nothing mattered to Bruh Deer. He have to make for the water when the hounds come too close. Now the first time the buckrus run Bruh Deer with the hounds, he didn't know nothing about him. And he just lied down in his bed in the thicket on the edge of the broomgrass field. But here come the hounds, and Bruh Deer's so afraid, and so he jump and he run. And he gets away to the river first. Just as he's ready to jump off the bluff above the river, he looked down and see Bruh Alligator's too big. I just can't imagine. You go to jump, and you see the alligator's two big eyes rising out of the water. Bruh Alligator is just waiting for him. That alligator hungry. Fiddle's very scarce that time of season. His belly be pinching him hard now. But Bruh Deer is fat, so he is in heavy trouble. The alligator there in front of him. The beagles are behind him. What Bruh Deer gonna do? He sees the alligator and he hears the beagles. Bruh Deer makes a sudden twist to the side before the hounds see him. He burned the wind down the riverbank below the bluff, and he crossed the water where Bruh Alligator never see him. Here come the beagles, boiling hard for the bluff. They come so fast upon Bruh Deer's track, they never have a chance to stop. 2 or 3 go over the cliff, and they drop in the water right in front of Bruh Alligator's snout. That was pretty smart. Bruh Alligator think to herself, what this here? I've never seen such animals before. But it's victuals, food. And he grabs 1, 2 of the beagles and pulls them right under the water. The other hound swam out there, took his feet in his hands and ripped on home. Well, Bruh Deer got away that time. He gone. And when he ready to cross that river again, he looked around for Bruh Alligator first. He find him too. Bruh Alligator stretched out on a mud bank in the sun hot. He got a belly full of beagle, and he's satisfied with herself. He's sound asleep, and Bruh Deer sneaked close to the river to take a chance on getting across. Before Bruh Deer can wet a hoof, Bruh Alligator see him, and he slip off the bank, go meet Bruh Deer. How Bruh Deer gonna get across to see his family? Before even thinking about it, Bruh Alligator starts a talking. Bruh Alligator say, this thing that I ate they call beagle is very good victuals. I love eating him very much too. He's so easy to catch, and he got no horns to scratch my throat. Well, if you love eating him so, and you want to catch him so, will you leave me and my family alone? Bruh Deer asked him. Bruh Alligator answered, I can't catch a beagle unless he fall in the river. So let's me make agreement to last as long as this river run. What's the agreement? Asked Bruh Deer. Here it is, said Bruh Alligator. When you take to the river, I'll take the beagle that's chasing you. Me for you and you for me, and both of us for one another. So Bruh Deer said it's all right with him. And that is how it been since agreement made. Whenever hounds rub Bruh Deer take to the river, and Bruh Alligator leave him alone. The hound gonna track the deer, and alligator gonna get the hound. But if Bruh Deer ever come to the river without the dogs chasing him, then he have to take a chance still. It's a win-win. Mutually beneficial is the best way to go. To me, it's like reselling. Just say it. Okay, and everything in life should be as such. It's a way to be as such. This tale is translated from the Gullah dialect. In Gullah, the last two paragraphs of the tale above would read, Dat way mek so ever since the agreement mek a never dog run but deer tech the river and but alligator lim lone and when the beagle come e catch 'em but if the but deer ever come that river bid out dog they Adam him have a take a chance. Now there I will put, I'm not going to tag him, he's a big creator and I don't like tagging people for clout or anything. But I wanted to mention that the Gullah dialect is a language, and this person has a YouTube channel. He's well known. I don't want to say his name, but it's, I don't want to say his name. It's Sun Imcho. I'm not sure. I can't remember how to pronounce it. He's a Harvard University professor, and he's an expert in the Gullah culture, and he talks about the importance and understanding Gullah as essential part of African American history and the importance it has as a language. So I'm going to write his name. You'll have to copy paste it, or you'll have to type it in rather. So I'll write his name in the comments, and I will also put it in the words so you can type it in. But it's very interesting. So anyway, I love that story. That was pretty smart, right? Thanks for learning with me. Stay smart.